Let me go ahead and start this video by saying, yes, I have seen the reports that Jake confessed to killing Emmanuel to a fake inmate, and then he threw Emmanuel in the trash. I have seen these reports. These reports are not true, and law enforcement confirmed that in the press conference today. Now, I've been doing this job long enough to know how law enforcement acts in these press conferences. They usually don't have any problem telling you when something is not true. And they said multiple times that Jake has not confessed. There was no jailhouse confession. None of that is true. But they were questioned about some of these alleged sightings of Rebecca and Emmanuel in the days leading up to Emmanuel being reported missing. And guess what? Law enforcement did not say that that stuff was not true. They said they couldn't talk about it. Now, when something's not true, they can talk about it. When there is truth to something, often they can't talk about it. So when you watch these press conferences, not only do you have to listen to what they say, you have to pay attention to what they're unwilling to say. Because what they're unwilling to say, what they're unwilling to talk about, what they're unwilling to go into detail about, it always says a lot. It speaks volumes. So I want to show you a quick snippet of them refusing to kind of get into details about the alleged sightings of Emmanuel, and then I'll be right back with more thoughts.
To you, I haven't called him yet.
According to the News Nation, there's been rumors that Emmanuel has been seen for days or even weeks prior to August 14th. Can you speak to that at all?
No, unfortunately, I can't. That have to wait for the trial to come out.
You see the difference in their reaction to this question as opposed to the questions they answered about the alleged confession rumors, and it tells you everything that you need to know. See, because they wouldn't get into details, they say you have to wait until trial or you have to wait. That's because there is truth to some of these rumors and sightings. Now, speaking of this confession, I understand why people believe that Jake must have confessed to something, because Jake was out there on the side of the road helping law enforcement look for Emmanuel or whatever he was doing, leading them on a wild goose chase. I don't know. But the fact that he was out there, I kept trying to tell people, hey, the fact that Jake is out here means that he is cooperating with law enforcement. For some reason, a lot of people didn't want to believe it. They still don't want to believe it now. But I don't need confirmation from investigators, law enforcement officials, or anyone to know that Jake is talking to the police, because they can't force Jake out of his cell to go stand on the side of the road looking for Emmanuel in that valley, okay? He was out there because, to some extent, he is cooperating. And I reported that early on, but because it wasn't officially acknowledged yet, a lot of people thought that maybe I was spreading misinformation. Well, even though it was obvious, law enforcement has confirmed, they don't go into detail, but they confirmed that there is some level of cooperation. So I want to go ahead and show that clip so you can see what they have to say about it. But before I roll that clip, if you guys enjoy the video, consider supporting the channel in one of many free ways. You could hit the like button, subscribe, share the video so other people could see it, and if you would like to donate to the channel, you could always do so via Cash App or Super Thanks. Not mandatory, always greatly appreciated though. But with that being said, let's look at what these people have to say really quickly, and then I'll be right back.
Matt Johnson, Court TV. What was the information that led to the initial search off the 60 in Moreno Valley?
Sheriff, you want to take that?
I'm not going to go into grave detail about that, but there is some level of cooperation with the suspects involved in this, and we're trying to locate that, and our job is to follow every lead. But for the rest of the room here, we have to understand what you're dealing with is an experienced child abuser that is aware of a previous case. that is aware of evidentiary things that we are certainly concerned with. So we're going to take every step to not only work with any suspect or witness involved in this, because at the end of the day, we have to bring a case to Mike and they have to charge it, and we have to make sure that every single thing, no matter what is told to us or what we discover in terms of evidence, is the right thing, and that we followed up extensively.
So there you have it, folks. And like I said, personally, I didn't need law enforcement to confirm this for me. This was confirmed the very moment I saw Jake out on the side of the road with law enforcement. I thought that it was a given, that it goes without saying that, yeah, obviously he's cooperating with law enforcement. He's not out there for his own health. But I think other people realized that too. But there's like a group of people out there that hate when I'm right about anything, and they try to stir up a fuss about any little thing they can, especially when I get a little bit ahead of law enforcement and pointing certain things out, like the fact that Jake was obviously cooperating. But law enforcement officials did not acknowledge that it was Jake that was cooperating. They didn't acknowledge that, oh, only one person is cooperating here. But as of right now, we know that's the case. Because did you see Rebecca on the side of the road? Have you seen law enforcement taking Rebecca to different locations? No, you haven't. But you want to know what you did see? You saw Rebecca doing interviews with local media, sticking to her original story. So maybe law enforcement isn't going to come out here and spoon feed us every single detail. But if you read between the lines, it's obvious what's happening here. And that is that Jake is talking. He's cooperating to some extent. Is he telling the truth? Probably not. But he's talking. And I don't think Rebecca is, at least not at the time of this recording. But that could change in the coming days, because supposedly they may know where, or not exactly where Emmanuel is, but they have some ideas. So we're going to pay attention. We're going to look closely at this case, and hopefully we get some updates, and hopefully Emmanuel is found soon. But that clears up the mystery behind, is Jake cooperating or not? Why was Jake on the side of the road? The answer to that question was blatantly obvious, but now it's been 100% confirmed by law enforcement. So you 100% confirm how you feel about all of this down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all very soon in the next one.